The final days are upon us of Rafael Nadal's extraordinary career. It's going to be a very sad couple of days. We're in Malaga for the Davis Cup, and Rafa has announced he's playing singles. That's right, it doesn't feel real that this could be one of the last times we ever see Rafael Nadal on a tennis court. I'm sure we'll see him in some future exhibitions when family life permits. But in a competitive environment, Rafael Nadal, his career's coming to an end. I'm a big fan. Ollie's a big fan on Twitter. And he's going to be playing a singles match today against Botic van der Zandschulp at 5 p.m. local time. I'm just so pleased that it's going to be a singles match. We thought that there was going to be a doubles match as maybe the final hurrah, but we're going to be getting Rafael Nadal playing singles. And looking at some of his practice videos, he looks very good at the moment. He's playing some great stuff with the Spanish team. I saw him hitting a few times with a goot, and he seems to be at quite a good level, and clearly a good enough level to be playing the singles, with Spain believing that he can go out and beat Botic van der Zandschulp. And I, for one, think Rafael Nadal is going to end on a high, and I am praying that Spain can have a really successful couple of days. The big man, of course, Roger Federer. We saw when he retired not too long ago at the Laver Cup. They were holding hands, sitting on the chair. It was one of the most emotional moments in tennis. They're great friends. And Roger has sent a very, very long personal message to Rafael Nadal publicly. And this is how it goes. Vamos, Rafael Nadal. As you get ready to graduate from tennis, I've got a few things to share before I may get emotional. Let's start with the obvious. You beat me a lot, more than I managed to beat you. You challenged me in ways no one else could. On clay, it felt like I was stepping into your backyard, and you made me work harder than I ever thought I could, just to hold my ground. You made me reimagine my game, even going so far as to change the size of my racket head, hoping for any edge. I'm not a very superstitious person, but you took it to the next level. Your whole process, all those rituals, assembling your water bottles like toy soldiers in formation, fixing your hair, adjusting your underwear, all of it with the highest intensity. Secretly, I kind of loved the whole thing because it was so unique. It was so you. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm reading this in Roger Federer's voice, especially that last bit. It was so you. I don't know if you had that as well. And you know what, Rafa, you made me enjoy the game even more. Okay, maybe not at first. After the 2004 Australian Open, I achieved the #1 ranking for the first time. I thought I was on top of the world, and I was, until 2 months later when you walked on the court in Miami in your red sleeveless shirt, showing off those biceps, and you beat me convincingly. All that buzz I'd been hearing about you, about this amazing young player from Mallorca, a generational talent, probably going to win a major someday, it wasn't just hype. We were both at the start of our journey, and it's one we ended up taking together. 20 years later, Rafa, I have to say, what an incredible run you've had. 14 French Opens, historic. You've made Spain proud. You've made the whole tennis world proud. I keep thinking about the memories we've shared, promoting the sport together, playing that match on half grass, half clay, breaking the all-time attendance by record, playing in front of more than 50,000 fans in South Africa, always cracking each other up, wearing each other out on the court, and then sometimes, almost literally, having to hold each other up during trophy ceremonies. I'm still grateful you invited me to Mallorca to help launch the Rafael Nadal Academy in 2016. Actually, I kind of invited myself. I knew you were too polite to insist on me being there, but I didn't want to miss it. You have always been a role model for kids around the world, and Mirka and I are so glad that our children have trained at your academies. They had a blast and learned so much, like thousands of other young players, although I always worried my kids would come home playing tennis as lefties. And then there was London, the Laver Cup in 2022, my final match. It meant everything for me to be there with you by my side, not as my rival, but as my doubles partner. Sharing the court with you that night and sharing those tears will forever be one of the most special moments of my career. Rafa, I know you're focused on the last stretch of your epic career. We will talk when it's done. For now, I just want to congratulate your family and team who all played a massive role in your success. And I want you to know that your old friend is always cheering for you and will be cheering just as loud for everything you do next. Rafa that. Best always, your fan, Roger. It's emotional. I mean, 5 million views, you'd expect that to grow. The relationship these two have had over the years is remarkable. The battles we've seen on a tennis court, incredible. And yeah, it's just going to be a really, really, really tough moment when Rafael Nadal is to have that final wave to the crowd in Spain. It's going to be hard. I think a lot of Rafa fans are going to find tennis without him difficult. You've got Alcaraz as the next Spanish player coming through, but it's just not quite Rafa, and there's no one's going to be able to compare to him. You're not going to be able to have a ready fit made next in line for Rafael Nadal. Maybe his son in about 10 years' time. But let's just enjoy the moment. Let's enjoy what we've been able to witness. I, for one, he's changed my life in so many positive ways. And thank you, Rafa, for all of the fantastic memories. We've had a Nike commercial what's come out today, which is awesome, featuring Rafael Nadal. Babolat have made a custom bag for Rafa. They've been together since 1995. It has 1,250 Babolat rackets and 0 broken, 22 Grand Slams, 36 Masters, 23 ATP 500s, 10 ATP 250s. This is so, so special. And the Rafael Nadal career and legacy is one of the most special and unique in tennis. But there we go. That is some of my thoughts as we're closing in the final moments of Rafael Nadal's career. Roger Federer, the big man, has reacted. Babolat have their bags, and he's going to be playing singles against Botic van der Zandschulp at the Davis Cup, representing Spain. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon.